That's when I saw him, I was like, oh, a dentist, good catch. And then you open his mouth.
You would be a liability. Because you're a liability.
And I saw that, no wonder you're single at 38.
But God wants someone to know that He is about to turn that negative situation into the biggest blessing in your life.
Royal babe, have you watched Pop the Balloon? If you have, I'm sure you know Dr. Elom. If you want to see traits of a narcissist, you can see it so much in him.
My name's Dr. Elom. I'm 38 years old. And I
Dr.
pop my
Elom.
balloon just because you're simply too young.
How old are you again?
38.
It's the way he talks.
Red flag.
It's less about being a red flag and
Is he, when she said red flag, he's like, no, there's no way I am a red flag. And then he started, like, a man that, like, why are you talking so much?
more about being a liability.
I get it.
If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability.
What?
If you change your
You see, she spoke about him being a red flag for her, which I don't get what she means by red flag, because it's not really a red flag. It's just not your preference, right? But when she said red flag, that means talking bad about me? You are the liability.
if you change your mind, I'm open to it.
Girl, you
Because
shouldn't
your
have done
answer-
that. Like, which is like, was wavering in her standards. Girls never, ever back down on your standards for anybody. No matter how much they manipulate you or whatsoever, girls, stand on your standards. And if you want to know more about that, please get my Queen Treatment Era book down below. Normally, I would wear my crown, but let's put it down for today.
You only like me
And-
because I'm beautiful.
Just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you
The
like me?
guys are just laughing.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability,
host.
you can't add
The
anything to my
liability.
life.
Right.
Life could be worse. No, not really. This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
You would be a liability to
Not add to your life. What is that?
You can't
Yeah.
help me with my finances in any way. You can't add any intellectual anything into my life.
So these kind of people, right, they will try their best to bring you down so that you don't see their flaws. Then you are able to stay with them regardless of how insecure they feel. You can see he's such an insecure man. Very insecure, despite who he is and where he is. And that's why he leads so much with his profession.
And it's not because you're not capable. It's just because you're not
I'm
there
too
yet.
He's still talking.
You're not there yet.
Right.
And if you're not already
The guy.
on that path,
I'm already on it. That's the problem. You don't know enough about me.
you're absolutely right. I don't know
See,
enough
that's
about you.
enough.
You said you've
I
had
don't like
you
how
have
you
Airbnb
talk.
Good luck with
properties.
the other girls back there.
When she did that, he's like, oh, heck no, not me. You're not doing that to me. You're not rejecting me. He shouldn't have done that. He has her own issues, but him, oh my gosh.
can tell that you're triggered, and that's okay.
I'm not triggered, sweetheart. I didn't
Hands
bring
down.
you anything.
Can't
I just
bring
said,
anything right
good luck with the
now.
other girls.
Like the way he
and
talks,
this
like
is
you are
why
stupid.
Your immaturity will prevent you from being with a real man.
Really?
If we were to get together, you would be asking me questions like,
Dr.
Dr. Elom,
Elom.
what did you do to acquire everything that you acquired?
It's like the doctor is part of his name now. Like, who does that? Why don't you say your name? Oh, Elom. But no, Dr. Elom, you have to know I'm a doctor.
What did you do to learn everything that
Wow.
you learned? I'm a
He knows
dentist,
everything.
and my hands are actually insured. So, may not be able to date you,
This is another woman.
but I would hire you, Dr. Elom.
I would hire you, belittling you. You are not enough for me to date, but I can hire you as part of my staff. No, like I've never seen it in this, like narcissism in this kind of like extent before. It's wow, and he doesn't even know it himself.
I'm 38 years old, and I popped my balloon after listening to you.
Oh,
I
hate how he
think humility and integrity is something that takes a lot of work
Since
to
you?
acquire, and it doesn't seem like you've done that work yet.
No? Okay.
See, she's laughing.
Have you had therapy before?
Therapy.
No, you want to be my therapist?
If you need one.
I do.
I thought you were a dentist.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
I charge by the hour.
like
Sure.
I know you need therapy.
Okay.
I
You
think we
know.
all need therapy, but it takes a certain level of humility to admit it. And if you can't admit it, then, well, you definitely need therapy.
Okay. Sure.
and you are the
Why
one
do
to
you
tell
think
her.
she need, I know you said everyone needs it, but why are you telling her specifically that you think she needs it?
Well, I think we're all giving a bit of constructive criticism, and it seems like you're taking it harshly, which means you have a level of insecurity
That's you.
that
Okay.
needs
Like, they're
to
always
be
projecting.
talked with a third party.
Okay. I think you're too into that because I don't need therapy. I'm fine. I'm not insecure. I'm very secure with myself, but that's your opinion and it's okay.
Thank you for proving my point.
The other guy
Sometimes
is just
men, like, when you're
laughing.
too confident, they think like it's a
Yeah.
problem for them, and it's
It's
fine.
okay to be insecure.
Like he has to
No,
make
not.
you
So
feel
don't know me.
insecure.
You just see me 2 seconds ago.
Look, insecurity is something we
Because
all
he
struggle
is.
with.
You
And
are the one
fact that you
struggling
can
with it.
admit that means that you haven't been able to work past it.
Okay.
And you're already proving to me that it's going to take work to communicate.
I'll call you after the show, and you can give me.
I
a
know,
session.
right?
You can take my
Give me a session
Instagram.
for free.
And did I mention I was a doctor, or you just called
Oh
me?
my
Like, good looking
god!
too. He's tall like that, dark skin, sure.
And I
Everything
can
is good.
definitely afford you financially, but maybe not emotionally. I can handle you. I just have to make the decision if it's worth my time to do
Whoa.
that.
Okay, that's fine.
With your time. Like, guys, what are some of the traits of narcissism that we saw? It's just in this place. Preoccupation with image. He's so obsessed over his image, over who he is, Mr. Doctor. Insecurity. You can tell the deep insecurity hidden inside, but then he has an arrogant facade. So they will project that insecurity onto you. Oh, you are the one insecure. Oh, you are the one who wants this, but it's you. Guys, I've dealt with such a narcissistic person before, and it's crazy because you will not know. They come across as very charming, so you will never really know. And one time I was going through our messages, I was like, wow, it was God. It was God. Every time I'll be praying, like, God, should I get into this? But I never felt peace. And the worst part is if they are also Christians. Hey! They would use the Bible against you. It's the worst. They have relationship struggles. So they find difficulty maintaining a healthy relationship because of their own self-centeredness. And that's the thing that we see here. Grandiosity. He has an exaggerated sense of self-importance. If I want to, I don't know if I want to do so though, I would hire you as my staff. They lack empathy. So he struggled to understand or care about other people's feelings or needs. I was looking at some traits of narcissists, and it's crazy that I was seeing all of it, most of it with him. Sense of entitlement. He expects to be treated as, this oga pata pata, and he becomes upset when they don't get it. So when that girl just rejected him, like, okay, go on with the other girls, he's like, nah, I'm not going to accept that. When she said he's a red flag, he's like, no, you are the liability. I can't. Let's move on. So this is the episode that I watched, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do a video on this. It was so cool. This is what some people were saying. This dude legit became a dentist, so you can tell everyone he's a doctor. He seems like the kind of guy that will control every woman in every aspect of his life. Yeah, true. He loves to hear himself talk. He exhausted all of us. Seriously. The way he talks so softly, like you are dumb, so you won't get it if he doesn't talk softly. That dude is a fine example of the dangers of a narcissist learning therapy talk. Yeah. When they've gone into therapy, so they know how to manipulate words to make it seem like, oh, I am being empathetic, but I'm not really. And that's the same with a Christian man. They know Christian talk. So when it mixes with narcissism, you feel like, oh, if I'm talking against them, I'm talking against God. Because they know the Bible very well. Guys, hey, it was God that protected me. Anyway, let's continue. When the ladies humbled him, I was like, chef's kiss.
Next single guy.
Immediately he came in.
Welcome in.
He's
Oh,
back.
hell no. They know him.
All right.
Oh,
We can
no.
have your name.
That was so fast.
Pop, pop, pop.
I was not expecting that.
What's your name, sir?
Hi, my name is
What do you
Dr.
expect?
Elom.
Oh, really?
And Dr.
Y'all know who I
Elom.
am?
Dr.
How old are
Elom.
you?
And he came with his
Dr.
dentist
Elom,
scrap.
how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, all right. Now, you see you pointed
Gosh.
out Dr. Elom. What kind of doctor
Oh,
are
you're
you? What do you do?
39 now.
Yeah, I'm a dentist, so actually, please forgive me for my attire. I had an emergency earlier, and I had to rush here, so I didn't have time to change.
Oh my gosh, of course you did.
She's not even looking at my face.
I'm done.
Okay, so
He just wants to show them.
I'm a traveling dentist. I travel up and down the West Coast, pulling teeth and placing implants for those who need it.
Okay.
They are not
all right. Now, what do
interested.
you look for in a woman?
What I look
gosh.
for in a woman is pretty universal, and I'm not sure if it's been explained this
Oh,
way, but I'm going
gosh.
to try. There's 3 things that
You just know.
every man wants, and if you do these 3 things, you can procure.
Is the
any
way
man
he's
that
trying
you
to
want.
educate them.
And this isn't my information
You know,
that
they
I just
invest
came
their
up with. This is
values.
actually research-based, and the first thing is being useful. How can you be useful to the person in your life? Why is that important?
Oh my God.
Because when you are a useful asset to the man that you want to be, then there is no way that he's ever going to
Oh,
want to get rid
gosh.
of you. The second thing is
Are you a teacher?
you have to blow his mind in the bedroom. What does that mean? That means You take the wildest,
Oh.
nastiest thing that you've
What
ever
does that
done.
mean? Yeah, we know
figure
what
out
that
the
means.
wildest,
Like,
nastiest thing
he
that
treats
he's ever
people
done
that they are.
and exceed that.
They are dumb.
Otherwise, he can just get it from somewhere else. Now, the third thing, and this thing
Oh,
is the
God.
most important thing. It doesn't matter if you do the first two things. If you don't do this last thing, then you won't be able to keep your man, and that is respect. Always respect your man. Now, if you have any confusion as to what respect is, say to yourself, would I say this to the person who
Oh my
is
goodness, we
writing
know
my
what respect
checks?
is.
Would I say this to my boss? And if you wouldn't, don't say it to your man. So, I'm looking for those three things.
Okay.
Okay, please let's
So,
skip
Dr.
what
Elom,
he's
we
saying
did
and
have
then
you on
move on
episode
to
2
when the
of
woman
Pop
grilled
Culture
him
and
because
Find
this
Love,
is too
and
much.
also to get to know with
Like
you,
what?
we
You're
found
still
out that,
going
you know,
on.
It didn't really work
Oh,
out
gosh.
too much with. Sounds good. So we did get a couple of pop balloons here. Let's go over to some of these ladies and see what's going on.
Yeah, let's see what's going on, please.
Let's-
All right, let's start here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up
Oh,
popping.
she's so.
My name is Brenda. I'm 36. The reason why I popped, very good looking man. Well put
Tall.
together. You're in the dentistry
And that's why
world.
he
That's
thinks he's older.
amazing. I'm sure your love language is acts of service since you are in the dentistry world. But the way you answered that question.
Actually, my love language is physical touch.
You won't allow her to
Quality time.
talk.
And words of
Oh
affirmation.
I
gosh.
see that you like to interrupt.
Yeah.
So
I
I
apologize.
think
I apologize. I
it's
apologize.
best that I did pop that balloon.
Exactly. I love that they have standards. Guys, just because he has this money, high earner, what was that guy's name? Kevin Samuels? That doesn't mean they're a high value man. I don't even like saying that word, but that doesn't mean he's a high quality man. This guy, yeah, he's a high earner. He's tall, good looking. Yeah, but no, like stay away, guys. Stay away. I love that these women had standards to stand on because we're not just looking for money. We're looking for somebody who loves God, somebody who treats you right, somebody that you can depend on. No, yeah, this guy that is only just about himself. And by their fruits, you would see them. Him just by talking, just a few sentences, then you see who he is. If you choose to blind your eyes on that, then guys, that's you.
Now, is Brenda someone that's your type?
You know, I actually don't know enough about her to make a valid decision on that, but I love the dress. You have
Okay.
a gorgeous smile. I love what you've done
Next
with your
one.
makeup.
You can have your name and age.
I'm Jador. I'm 31.
All right. And Jador, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Dr. Elom, it's such a tragedy because
Tragedy.
you are so handsome. I feel like you are extremely arrogant.
Extremely.
And I feel like you're probably going to have a hard time because you seem like the type, like a
Know it all. Yeah.
type of guy. And sometimes you have to be careful with that because even when you know it all,
You
don't. know
don't.
everything.
Like,
You know, so
we are
being
human.
humble sometimes can be your best friend, even
Somebody
if you
get that
do know it
mic
all,
from
even
him.
if you're very smart, very wise. You know, but just having a humble attitude.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
At least pretend.
You would probably go a lot further. And I say that with all the respect in the world.
Okay, let's see what you said.
Welcome.
Who's your dentist?
Oh god. Of
Who
course.
is my dentist? Not you, sweetheart. And I'm just gonna leave.
He has
it
to
right
get
there.
his
Oh, I know.
leg,
I'm not your dentist.
his leg back or whatever.
Okay.
He didn't
let's-
hear.
let's-
He
Let's
doesn't
go to our
listen.
next person here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping.
So my name is Brittany. I'm 31, and like she said, you look really good. I like that you're a dentist, but you are given arrogant. And it's given
Yes.
toxic too.
It's
Like,
toxic.
it's given to you want to debate all the time. Like, it's like gonna give me a headache. And
Seriously, I have
if
a
you,
headache.
if you do know it all, just a little bit better to be humble.
Yes.
So that's it. But
He
you
doesn't
look good,
listen.
You're handsome, but it's just it's
He
getting
doesn't
toxic,
listen.
and I don't want that. And it's also given like this is a joke to you. Like you just want to come on here just to say stuff to get a viral moment.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that.
Oh, you can't talk?
Dr. Elom?
Can't go your tongue?
Yeah, I don't even really know what to say with that. I appreciate your perspective. I think that your feelings are valid.
Oh, okay.
And if you are looking for a nuclear relationship, I probably am a red flag for you.
Oh, okay.
So you're probably right on that.
Oh, at least he said somebody's
Love
right
your
for
honesty.
once.
Thank you.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Nova. I'm 30. Yeah, it was just the arrogance for me. I love a man that's very confident. Like you,
This is not
I'm gonna
confidence.
toot your horn every chance I get. But I think you toot your own horn. But I
Yes,
don't think
you
I
don't
would be
allow
able
others to
accommodate
up you, like
that every day. Like you
big
tooting
you
me,
are.
and then I'm trying to uplift, and it would just be a roller coaster ride, like all the
Like
time.
nobody's good
Like I
enough for
feel
him.
like we would constantly be up here, and
I don't think maybe it was in this video, but he's a Ghanaian. I was like, what? Oh my God, he's a Ghanaian. Hey, hey. Enough said, because I'm a Ghanaian. So I was so shocked. Wow. This was somebody said, as a doctor, I think he's genuinely a good one. But in a relationship, there's the man you should never wish on your worst enemy. He's most likely a narcissist with very low self-esteem. Most narcissists have low self-esteem. His achievements still do not fill the void, and that's why he tries to bring other people down. Yeah. A person who is secure in themselves will never tear others down like he does. Yes. Like I said it before in How to Be a Queen video, that queens do not tear other people down. Like I don't have to bring you down for me to feel like I'm a queen. What? When you're a queen, you see other people, you compliment them. Like my sister, like this, it was recently her birthday, and I was like, oh my God, she looks so gorgeous. Yeah, other people were looking at her sideways. I'm like, she's a queen, I'm a queen, we are all queens. Just because you're in the presence of another queen, that does not diminish your light. And that shouldn't be the case. But he tries to bring other people down because he doesn't see any light in him. He doesn't see himself like how he wants other people to see him. Pride goes before distraction, a haughty spirit before a fall. So he has to change, because pride goes before distraction, and he's very prideful.
every day would be something. Energy would just be very high for me.
It sounds like self-love is something that's challenging for you.
Self-love?
For her?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Because if you loved yourself, then you wouldn't have any problem loving me.
Oh, I love myself a lot, and I want to be able to love
That's why she
someone,
can see that you're a narcissist, and she has to
as
stray
much
away.
as I love myself. But I feel like you love yourself so much that there wouldn't be any room for me to love you.
That sounded good, but it also didn't make very much sense.
That's
because
fine.
It
love
did. You
isn't a
just don't want it
container.
to.
Love is
It's not a
something that you
container.
are. So I love myself. I've worked on
It's
myself.
not something
and
you
I
are.
understand the tools that it takes to practice self-love.
Oh my God.
And so space and time isn't really an objective field that you need to use as a barometer.
You see,
to
you can
if
never
it's
win.
possible if you can love each other. It's either you love yourself and you can share that, or you're uncomfortable with it. And so I feel that you're also uncomfortable with me loving myself as much as I do.
Let's skip, please.
Shining, it reminds you that you're not shining enough.
Oh, so when I said that I melt in confidence, that kind of went over your head?
Let's go.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know,
say
but
go
it's okay.
on,
But
but
your ego won't
your ego
allow
won't
you
allow
to
you
take
to take
responsibility for
responsibility.
your
Her ego.
lack. And
My
that's
lack,
okay.
But I don't lack anything,
Like-
babe.
Gotta pop y'all's balloon before you even got to know Dr. Elom. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, it's not.
Is it though?
It's not a shame.
I don't. Yeah. You'll find your.
Oh
You
my
said
God,
you
why is he
watched
still
the show
debating with
before you
her?
got here, which means you have a preconceived
Indoctrination. You made yourself.
of who you
You
think I am.
showed who you were.
So you popped your balloon before you even got to know me.
Why do you want to argue with me?
I'm
Yes.
not arguing with you.
Why do you want to
I'm
argue with
using
her?
an
She said
inflection
she's not
emphasizing
interested.
my point. You thinking that I'm arguing is a direct
You're just
trigger
laughing.
that you can't handle what I'm saying to you.
Okay,
What?
love, but,
You're the one who can't handle what she's saying to you.
I've been here, done that. Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
thank you.
let's
Go
do
ahead.
it. Let's see what's next.
All right, if we can have your name and age.
And he
why
has to
you
be the
ended
one
up
to
popping.
say, no,
My
it's
name
enough.
is Tatiana. Okay, respectfully, where do I begin, my guy? You got
My
a lot
guy.
of dip on your chip, and I feel like the way that you coming at everybody else with like, oh, who's your dentist and everything, you finna ask me who my dentist is, and I'm not with that just yet. I'm not ready for
I
that.
know it's
I
triggering.
also let me finish
Let her
real quick,
finish,
respectfully.
exactly.
I'm sorry, because you interrupt everybody else. Let me speak real quick. I just personally feel like you're not used to and I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm alpha male. Kind of coming to you to belittle women a little bit. I understand where you're coming from with everything that you do, and I saw the last episode, but like you do come off as arrogant.
Yes.
Confidence is cool, but like know the difference a little bit. What you gonna say about my toothbrush?
Why would I want a dominant woman when
Next.
I'm the dominant one?
Dominant?
There can't be,
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. What's
Do
up?
you think you're the prize?
Oh my God.
I know I'm the prize.
You're the prize to the men you don't
Oh
want.
my God.
When you get a man that you actually want, please believe me, we're the prize.
Oh, of course, he's a feminine man. He's a feminine man, of course he is. And guys, about this, the prize thing, right? I don't like using it either because yes, we are all prizes, we are all treasures. But then, egg does not chase the sperm. The sperm is the one chasing the egg. Millions of sperms. It is just what it is. There are several men that are coming for the prize, which is the woman at the end line. Doesn't mean that we are of more value than a man or whatsoever. I'm the prize, you are the champion. You get it? But we are all treasures. We are all valuable. But then this man is like, oh, you are a prize to a woman you don't want. So basically, women have no value. What? This is what somebody said. He confirmed to me that he's the kind who goes to therapy to be a better manipulator. Yeah. When learning psychology and coaching, they literally tell you not to diagnose people, especially coaches, as they aren't qualified. Yeah. And to add, when you get past a certain level, you don't even want to psychologize people, as you have a rich understanding of the complexity of human behavior and all the variables that impact it. But he is here just diagnosing people that, oh, you need therapy, oh, you need this, oh, you are this. When such a man comes into your life, guys, run. It doesn't matter how much money he has. It doesn't matter any of this. It's not worth it. The Bible says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. He values himself. He sees others as nothing, like trash. That's why he thinks he's this prize or whatsoever. And that's why even we as queens, right, who want the queen treatment from men and from ourselves and other people, we value other people above ourselves. Now, that doesn't mean you don't value yourself, but don't see yourself as this big shot that everybody else is beneath you. Love others as you love yourself. Jesus instilled in us to be servants because Jesus came to serve, not to be served. God opposes the proud, but he shows favor to the humble. So this is our time and age to be humble. And I pray that Dr. Elom gets to see God and the true love of God and to actually find his self-worth in God. When your self-worth is in God and not in your accomplishments and your achievements, you don't have to basically have everything that you are in your achievement and then come across like this. Have low self-worth because you are nothing without everything else that is added to you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.
But God wants someone to know that He is about to turn that negative situation into the biggest blessing in your life.